Hey everybody, this is Mustafa Ali, and you are listening to Pro Wrestling for Life.
So, like, how much fun has it been for you getting to go in and play around on the big WWE stage now, man? I mean, a lot of people obviously saw the Daniel Bryan match, fell in love with you, got to know a bit of the story we talked about here on the show, and you've also got to be like a big bad guy leader of a heel faction at the same time. Like, how has this ride been for you, man, getting to play around in WWE?
It's I feel like, again, and I can only speak on my experience and like my perspective of the business and WWE and the industry. It's so funny because I always remember like, oh, if I just had one match in WWE, I'd be so happy. Just one match. And then that match happens. And then, some of your friends start getting contracts and you go, oh man, I don't care if I lost every match. If I just had one contract with WWE, I'd be so happy to get the contract. And then, you're in NXT. You're like, if I had one match on Monday Night Raw, just one.
Yep.
One time. And then and dude, now it's to the point where like, I'm not on the pay-per-view. What do you mean
Right.
I'm not on the, so it's just, it's such a goal-oriented business, but it's like, you're constantly chasing this next level of gratification. Some of it's earned, some of it's delusional, whatever. But like, I'm at the point right now where I could sit down with anybody and look them in the eye and tell them I'm one of the best in the world. There's no hesitation, in the ring, on the microphone, doing media, like whatever it is, throw it at me. I don't drop the ball. And I would never have said that 8 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, maybe. But I feel like WWE just makes you up your game like no other. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. At the age that I'm at right now, at the time that I spent with the company, am I where I want to be? Absolutely not. I feel like I'm supposed to, here's the camera, I'm supposed to be way up here, you know what I mean? But I'm not. And some of that stuff's out of my hands. But, I could sit and complain or I can go out there and create. And that's what I choose to do. If one door closes, I'm going to try to find the next door. And if that door is not available, I'm going to make a door. I'm going to make it, So I'm still on that path to finding my spot at the top of the card. But yeah, it's been wild, man. I before we got on air, we were talking about, me moving. I just told you I just bought my dream home. That wouldn't have been possible without WWE. I've got a beautiful wife, 2 healthy kids. I'm so blessed, but I know that blessing also came from hard work. You know what I mean? Like I put in that work. So, yeah, it's crazy. You go from I just wish I have one match to like, why am I not getting this? But again, I think that's the nature of our business. Like you achieve and then you want the next thing.
Oh yeah, that was how it was for me, Ali. I just at first I just wanted to beat the guy in the first match. I just wanted to be a part of the show.
Yeah. You don't care if you get run over or nothing. You just want to be out there.
Yeah, I just want to be involved. I just want to be a part of this amazing thing that like is magic to me, right? And then like you said, man, it's not enough. Like you got to keep on making new goals. Like. Yeah, man, and that's so cool.
But it's one thing if when you're kind of lying to yourself too. You know what I mean? Like I can remember a time in my career where I'd be like, no one's better than these 2 guys. Or you're in the ring with the guy and you go, holy smokes, that guy, like he carried me. Or like I'm at the point now where I go, no, I not only should I be in that match, I'm upset that I'm not in that match. You know what I mean? So
sure.
Like, and that's not coming from a guy that just walked into the company. This is coming from a guy, again, that's put 17, 18 years in and has danced with AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio. Like, I know I can hang.
Those guys know too.
Totally different. Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I mean, you can ask Randy. Randy's a big fan of me. Like, oh, no, I'm being serious. Like, he's like, I don't get why they haven't figured out what to do with you yet. So, like, when a guy like that signs off on you, like, you're like, oh, he said it.
Yeah, hey man, the thing is that you have it together, you got a good head on your shoulders, man, and just stay the course. Like that's the most important thing, man. And don't take yourself out of the game, whether it's like screwing up or like obviously when you get hurt, man, there's nothing you can do about that. You just gotta push through. That
happened to me, right? Elimination Chamber 2019, I think it was. I got hurt, and I tried everything, man. You know, I really tried to push through and make it happen. But once they know, and thank God they did what they did, right? Like sometimes as athletes, we're a little stubborn-headed, and like we feel like we can control everything out there. And you know, once they pulled the plug on it, I don't think I really recovered from that since then. As far as you know, getting back into the WWE title picture, you know, like I've danced around it, and I get some momentum. But you know, I was in a prime spot. You know, that was once in a lifetime, literally. So hopefully it's twice. You know,
of course.
Yeah. So wait, I want to real quick to kind of on the 2019 Elimination Chamber thing, because obviously that was the launch of Kofi Mania. We're now getting Kofi Mania 2, it would seem, after Monday Night Raw. But what we're going into the Chamber before the concussion happened, what was your idea of the direction you were going? Did you have an idea like of what you thought this next step was going to be post pay-per-view?
And I mean, Sean can testify to this too. You never get like, here's the 6-month plan that we're going to do. You know, things are changing rapidly. But when they're texting you the week before, you know, the SmackDown where Kofi had the gauntlet match, you know, I think it was to determine the order of the Elimination Chamber purchase. I'm not sure, or maybe I'm not sure. But you know, Kofi beat like 5 of the best, you know, going into it. The text message I got the week prior to that was like, "How's your cardio? Do you think you can handle this now?" And I was like, I don't think anyone on the roster can blow me up, so I think I'll be fine, you know. And so that's kind of like the direction, you know. I got the Iggy of be ready, you know, like, you know, something's coming up for you. Just be ready, be ready, be ready. It was never, this is exactly what we're gonna do, but you know, when 6 or 7 very high-ranking officials are telling you to be ready, you kind of know your opportunities at least around the corner, you know.
Hey,
and
man.
So that's all I knew.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Look, I really like what I'm hearing out of your mouth, man. As far as you're very confident, you're not afraid to say, "Hey, man, this is who I am. I'm right up here with everybody."
Right.
But the humility, man, that still comes through. Man, it's really breath of fresh air. I don't like to use that breath of fresh air term too much, but it is.
Yeah,
man.
Thank you, Sean, man. Yeah, I dude, like you've got people that know you and then ground you, and I have this one on all the things that have happened with my career and you know the ups and downs. The one thing that always sticks out in my mind is something my wife said. You know, we were talking about like money and this and you know, like everything that comes into wrestling. And she's like, the only thing I want, the only thing I'm asking you, she's like, I don't care if you're on tour 300 days a week. I don't care this. I don't care that. The only thing, my one request is don't let it change you. Don't let this business change you. She's like, I love you and like the way you look at the world and how you treat people. And the way she said it, it was like so heavy, man. And like I carry that with me. When I'm mad, I'm like, screw this guy. I'm gonna cut his leg. You know, that's not me.
Yeah.
Like I can't do that. Like I can stick up for myself, but I can't go around and sabotage you. Like it's just not in me. And anytime I'm tempted to do that or think like that, her voice is just like, don't let the entertainment industry, you know, don't let everything your goals, don't let it change you. Because often what happens, man, you get these people that are like all like bright-eyed, and then in a few years they're all bitter and angry and you know trying to cut each other down in some aspects of it, you know. But I don't want to do that,
right?
Yeah. It's sad, but it's also understandable, you know. Like it's kind of like, and it's in any sport, I think, any industry. Yeah. It's so competitive, but you know, I can compete, but I'm gonna keep being me too, you know.
Yeah, I have a lot of obviously people from my generation and that have that issue, man. There's a lot, they're kind of bitter and you know, and it just is sad, man. And I hate to see it.
And it's understandable. Like, you know, you got to realize, and again, this wasn't quote unquote officially the plan, but I'm sitting in the back watching Kofi battle Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship and win it. And as beautiful as moment Mania is, right? And they're cutting to shots and people crying. I myself am overwhelmed because I'm so happy for him. But there's that small little thing in your head. You go, if you didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that you? You know? So that's the nature of what we do, you know?